I just bust a nut on a bitch chest. Flexing on these niggas like a bench press.
Alright, motherfuckers, this is Masked Up Marks, and I'm coming back with another motherfucking goddamn live video for Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's motherfucking goddamn Tuesday. And today's video, well, let's really take our time with this one today, because we are about to talk about some of the greatest shit in the world. I'm just fucking joking. Today's video is simply titled, The Truth About the Dark Order. And I'm gonna be real honest with y'all, man. This is really not eventful for me. Like, they're just not really worth it. But before we start, let me go ahead and first take a drink. And also for my AEW pack smokers, before we actually really start, let's get the pack, fire that bitch up, and hit it. And blow that shit the fuck out. Shout out to all my AEW pack smokers and the motherfuckers subscribe to Masked Up Marks and who follow us on Twitter. Like I was saying, today's video is simply titled, The Truth About the Dark Order. And this is the truth. Now, when the Dark Order just had like Brodie Lee and shit like that in it, it was actually, I wouldn't say a great collective of guys or stable, but it was somewhat entertaining, which is very hard for me to say about AEW's product. It was somewhat entertaining. And I don't know if they made good decisions with Brodie Lee. He was a very big guy, and he could have been dominant, but rest his soul, rest in peace, Brodie Lee. We will not diss Brodie Lee in this topic, because I have nothing against Brodie Lee. Now, guys like Stu Grayson and John Silver and Evil Uno and all of these guys in this fucking collective, these guys are fucking jobbers. Like, the Dark Order is a jobber group. It's simple. It's simple. It's a jobber group. I mean, it's really a bunch of jobbers. I mean, you got Evil Uno, who is the sloppiest fat bastard in wrestling, which I've told you guys this before. Like, I'm just pulling something up right now for y'all guys. So like Evil Uno, right? He can't talk. He looks sloppy as fuck. His wrestling is trash. He's just altogether like not really anything great. Stu Grayson, he's a cruiserweight, and he's not important in wrestling. He's going to do absolutely fucking nothing for ratings. And then you look at John Silver, which is also a light heavyweight champion, cruiserweight as well, who is not going to do anything for ratings. And I mean, you got a bunch of other people like fucking Anna Jay is cool. She's pretty hot. She looks good. I don't know if she's even really still in the collective or not anymore. Don't really know. Don't really give a fuck, because they are all jobbers. And don't get me wrong, like when Brodie Lee was in charge, it actually looked like he was the leader and they were the followers. Now that he's gone, I mean, of course, they've had people like Colt Cabana kind of look. Colt Cabana. I said Cabana. Wow. Colt Cabana maybe looked like the leader. I don't fucking know. Or Adam Page looked like the leader. I don't know. But those two guys are not fucking factors. They're just not. They're not factors. Like, they're just not big guys to lead a stable. They're just not. And Evil Uno can only lead he could lead like a stable of McDonald's workers to make him a bunch of McDoubles and shit. But after that, I mean, further than that, no, nothing. Like, it's just a jobber group. Bunch of fucking jobbers. It's like Tony Khan was like, you know what? I need some jobbers. So we gonna just have all these members of the Dark Order come around and they're gonna be our jobbers. Because that's what it seems like to me. I mean, none of those guys will ever be a champion. Because they just don't have it. Like, I mean, you got Brodie Lee Jr. or -1 or whatever the fuck they call him. But he's a fucking kid. Like, what the fuck is going? He's literally a fucking kid, bro. Like, he should be in school or doing homework or like fucking playing basketball or talking to his like middle school girlfriend. Like, he shouldn't be fucking doing wrestling shit. Like, let that kid be a fucking kid, Tony. Like, he don't have to be in the stable, like, or the collective or whatever the fuck you want to call it, the group of jobbers. I mean, and then there's other people, like, there's that big, gigantic guy, which I have no fucking clue. I think his name is like 11 or 1, or I don't fucking know it. He's just a big dude. But, of course, a big dude in AEW equals jobber. AEW doesn't like big dudes. The biggest dude that AEW would allow to do something is probably Jericho. And Jericho isn't big in height. He's big in the gut. Had a couple too many birds there, Jericho. You gotta put the fucking birds down, Jericho. Like, it's time to let it go a little bit. It's time for him to retire, to be honest with you. But whatever. A lot of people ain't gonna like that opinion. That's my opinion. I think it's time for Jericho to just hang him up. Go get your Hall of Fame and go get that little extra bread and hang it up, big dog. But you know, back to the fucking Dark Order, like, I just don't see one thing that will make them a memorable group. Like, nobody's gonna remember the Dark Order unless they remember fucking Brodie Lee. Nobody's gonna fucking remember Evil Uno or Stu Grayson or John Silver. Like, these guys are so fucking replaceable. And that just makes the collective look like shit. And don't get me wrong, like, even if we look at old collectives like Ministry of Darkness, they had guys like Midian and Viscera and the APA, the Acolytes, or whatever they used to go by back in the day. And, I mean, they had members to it. Sometimes you had Gangrel and them, and sometimes you had the Hardys in the Ministry of Darkness. Still, if you look at it, man, I mean, compared to the fucking Dark Order, even those guys in the Ministry of Darkness were better than fucking the guys now. Like, Midian could whoop Stu Grayson's fucking ass. Midian could beat motherfucking Colt Cabana's ass. Colt Cabana's ass. Keep calling his ass Cabana. I don't even know what the fuck his name is. Colt Cabana. Colt Banana. I don't know. You know, like, people like, even though Midian was a fucking jobber, he could beat all Alex Reynolds, Preston Vance, like, these fucking Alan Ain't, like, who are these guys? Who the fuck are these guys? Who are these guys? They're just jobbers. They are fucking jobbers, bro. Like, Viscera could fucking whoop John Silver's ass. So when you look at, like, old groups like that and, like, collectives of people and you compare it to the Dark Order, they're like the Pork Order, like fucking the Fat Order, the Jobber Order. That's what they are. It's just like they got a collective of jobbers, put them all in one room, had them start wearing purple and black, and did absolutely fucking nothing. Nothing. I mean, they could have did something good with it where, like, and listen, I'm not trying to book here, fellas, and all my pack smokers who smoke the AEW pack. I'm not booking here, but I mean, in all honesty, they could have it where, like, they jumped somebody, or they used to whoop somebody's ass, or they kept doing it, or maybe they had a leader that was, like, going to lead, if you want my honest opinion, they should have broke up the Dark Order when Brodie Lee passed away, unfortunately. Because that group is not going to be the same without him. There's nobody who can lead that group the way he led that group. Nobody. Fat Uno is not going to be able to do it. The fat bastard of wrestling is just not going to be able to do it. And I know a lot of you cocksuckers, you weirdos who make threats and shit about people on the internet. You'll be like, whoa, you know, maybe they should just put, fuck it, CM Punk as the leader. Like, that's what y'all think. Like, the Dark Order should have just been broken up. And Anna Jay could have did something else. I mean, she's pretty fucking hot. She looks good. And also, on a side note, because we don't have a lot of time here, guys, but I am going to let y'all know something. You people in the comment section, just for y'all to know. You people who commented about how men just want to see bra and panties matches to jack off to. Do you realize that porn is free, right? We could watch porn for fucking free. We want to see women in bra and panties matches, and this is way off topic, I'm sorry. But we want to see women in bra and panties matches because we are attracted to women. And I know this is a news flash to some of you AEW fans who only are attracted to Kenny Omega and sex dolls. We like to see attractive women. Nothing wrong with a bra and panties match. Nothing. There is no issue with a bra and panties match. So nobody is trying to jack off to their television because that's kind of fucking weird. And the only people who really think about that is, well, AEW fans. You guys are the only ones who would think of some bullshit like that because pack smokers ain't thinking that. AEW pack smokers is not thinking that. Just like women like to see, even women who like to see attractive women, they want to see attractive women. The men who want to see men, they want to see attractive men. So the men who want to see attractive women, there should be no issue with that. It should have nothing to do about motherfuckers jacking off. Like, that's weird. Just because you jack off 665 times in a fucking week does not mean that's the reason why we want to see bra and panties matches. Back to our topic. So at the end of the day, like I was saying, the Dark Order are jobbers. There is not one person in that group who is anything other than a jobber or enhancement talent. Honestly. Like, Eva Uno is just like that dude who used to walk around with the fucking South Park toy in the 90s. He's just like him. There's no difference. There's no fucking difference. At the end of the day, they're fucking jobbers. Anna Jay is probably the only good thing that they have in the whole fucking group. And maybe Brodie Lee's son, but he's also a child. And it's kind of weird that they have him walk around with his shirt off. That's a little fucking weird, Tony Khan. It's actually really weird. But that's my personal opinion. I think the fucking Dark Order are a bunch of fucking porky, fat slob jobbers. That's my personal opinion. I know y'all gonna be in the comment section telling us, "Whoa, the Dark Order is a great collective." Why you would think that, I don't know. But of course, you motherfuckers know nothing about wrestling or any history of wrestling or understand that wrestling is, I tell you, fake. You motherfuckers don't know that, so I wouldn't expect you to understand. At the end of the day, the Dark Order should have ended when Brodie Lee passed away because now they are just a bunch of jobbers. And Tony Khan has nothing for them to do. So, as always, it's not surprising. This has been Masked Up Marks. Leave a like, share, subscribe, comment. Tell us if you hate us. Tell us if you love us. Tell us whatever the fuck you really want to tell us. If you're not a pack smoker, of course, we're not going to listen to it. The Dark Order are a bunch of jobbers. Oh, what's another one I can say? Fuck Tony Khan. I'm out this bitch.